right, so hey guys, this is part two of the weight of being an exceptional parent. And so in the last video, basically focused mostly on the weight as far as physical weight of your body and how that impacts you. Now I'm going to talk about the emotional, psychological weight that us exceptional parents have to face. And for those of you who are new to this world, or maybe are a bystander and are here to support someone that you love, I just want to really stress to you the fact that the weight of being an exceptional parent is beyond anything that I can explain. You have to live it. So you can only imagine, and I understand that, but I'm going to try my best to explain it to you and try to cover some things that hopefully will be helpful to those of you who are going through this journey, because we're all in this together, and that's what this group is about. And so I've already talked about some aspects of the psychological and emotional weight of being an exceptional parent, but today I just want to talk about some things that I think are probably not talked about as much. And so I feel like, there are so many things that us exceptional parents try to cover. We try to just put on a face, put on a front around others. And so these are the things that I wanted to kind of talk about today. And so one of the things that us exceptional parents, the weight of of being an exceptional parent involves is the relationship that we have with our friends. And so I think that it's so important for you, if you are a friend or if you are someone that is supporting someone with an exceptional child or an exceptional relationship, that you understand that there will be times when they cannot basically execute or go through what they say they're going to do. It doesn't make them a bad person. For example, I'm invited to go eat dinner at someone's home, and my child is having an unusually really bad day. Perhaps they're just overstimulated. They had a bad day at school. Perhaps they're just having a bad day, period. I don't want to bring my child to your home and expose you to all of that and be stressed the whole entire time. I have to admit there were times when I tried to do that with my husband and we would just tag team taking care of our child. It just didn't work and we were never invited over again. That's just the way it works. And so yeah, that it's a sad but reality, a reality that we learned right away, that our friends started dwindling. The friendships that we had started dwindling. And unfortunately, as our kids got older and their behavior got better, those friendships were already tarnished in some way. And although we forgave them for how they acted, it was just never the same again. And perhaps some of it was on them because maybe they felt embarrassed. I don't know. But yeah, that's a reality. That's something that happened to me, and it happens to you, I'm sure. Another weighty thing that happens as an exceptional parent is that you're constantly exhausted. You're constantly exhausted. And it may not be physical, but mentally and psychologically, you are exhausted. And so imagine being in that state of mind all the time. After a while, your brain has to adapt, right? It changes you. It changes you in ways that you probably don't even realize. I am a different person than I was before I had children. I know I am. And it's interesting because now that I've reconnected with friends that I had before kids, I noticed that change and the change in them as well. But we understand one another, which is awesome, because once you've been through that journey, once you've been through the exceptional parenting journey, there is a solidarity that you cannot sever. There's a solidarity that cannot be explained. It's like you get it, which is one of the reasons why Churchill Academy for me was an amazing school, because it allowed me to be me. It allowed my children to be them, which leads me to the next burden, the next weight that exceptional parents have, is when they try to change their children. And when I say that, I'm not trying to say, well, there's a difference between discipline and trying to change your child. So In other words, if you have a child who's misbehaving and doing things that are not socially acceptable, of course, you're going to change that. What I'm talking about is who they are. If your child, for example, is autistic and you force them to go into baseball or football and they are miserable the entire time, that's not doing them any favors. Even though in your mind, you're like, that's the normal thing to do. In our area, if your child's not in sports, it's like the end of the world. You didn't know it. I don't know. It's weird. It's almost like a cult. You have to put your child in a sport. And not every child is designed to be in sports, you know? And so that's just one example. You know, I've done a post about kind of giving up your dream for your children. There are certain dreams that you have for yourself. And you have to remember that your children have their own dreams, right? So sometimes parents, I know in my case, even extended family, they try so hard to mold your child into what they think is socially acceptable and what they think they should do. And the fact is that our children, our exceptional children, are going to overcome a lot of their challenges eventually. But in the meantime, it's on their own timetable and we can't rush it, unfortunately. And so that is a huge weight, a huge burden on our shoulders, is being patient. Being patient and waiting for things to happen at their time and their way. And so it's really difficult, but everyone I know who is an exceptional parent, they have to learn patience. And if you have friends and family who are not patient, then they just see it as you being just complacent and just not caring. And that is not true. I want to urge you guys to listen to me. I promise you, we're not being complacent. We're just trying to be patient. And it's hard on us. Trust me, it's hard on us. But from the outside, it looks like we're just being complacent and just being, But in the meantime, we're working like worker bees. Like right now, I'm working on my number 2, as I call them, to get self-reliant, to get a job so that he can learn social skills, so that he can go back to school and get some college degree or a certification of some kind so he can be self-reliant in the future. That's what we're working on. But from the outside, it looks like we're not doing anything, and that's the reality, and that's the weight that we have on our shoulders. Is, we don't come with a sign that says, listen, we're exceptional parents and this is what we're doing, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we're on about B right now. We're getting to C next, this is our game plan. Yeah, we don't do that. But if you want to know, just ask me. I'll tell you. That's it. Well, anyway, I feel like I'm rambling, but I hope this series of videos has helped someone out there. At least if I could reach one person, I feel like I've done my deed for the day. But as always, 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 good luck on your journey. And I look forward to seeing you and talking to y'all soon. Bye.